Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to your reading for the week. You're going to go, Jane, what are you doing? Well, Jane's doing something funny this week. I'm actually going to be taking from the first deck I ever used to read. And I was such a bad reader that I did the Celtic Cross and then read every position. I didn't even know what the cards meant. I just had the cards. The original deck for this book is in this box right here. I don't use that one except for myself, but I did buy a deck, another deck that was the same. And yeah, the cards are, I think, a little bit bigger than the original. I'll show you the original, you guys. I'll show you. You've probably seen it before, though. I've used it before, but yeah, look at this. This is the original deck. This is the little deck, and it's beaten up. It's beaten up, but I love it so much, and I still use it. I still use it when I need a reading from my old friend, because this is my oldest friend. It's a cherished deck, and I love it so. So you guys are going to get this one, because this is my working one. Same energy, but I'm going to use the book like I used to. Now, this book did not come with this deck. It was a whole different one. It was this one. They revamped it because it was kind of archaic, right? This one is like, look at the cards. The artwork too is beautiful. You know, if you're gonna, they give you the artwork in huge formats so that you can really see the cards. Look at that. Look at the Six of Swords on this sucker. It's beautiful. But yeah, it gives you a much better, you know, more for the times and more how to row. But in the 90s, this was it. And this is what I'm using. I'm doing the Celtic Cross. There's actually 11 cards in 10 instead of 10. You guys might remember this deck. You might, if you were doing it back then, you might remember this. So there you go. See, the whole positions, and that's what I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to be reading from the book because they have all the positions. Look at this. They have all the positions. All right. We're going to have fun today. The oracle card that came in was acceptance. Okay. I already know what the message is. So if this thing doesn't work out, I'm going to shut it down, and but I'm positive it will. I am positive it will. So let's start with the first two cards, which is you. Actually, I might just put them all down. What do you guys think? Let's just put them all down. Yeah. No. Oh, maybe not. You. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay. The message is going to be the same. And what surrounds you. Let's look at what surrounds you. We'll do the first two, and then we'll see. The Hierophant. Okay. Let's start with that. So, this is a very beautiful card. There's the Seven of Pentacles. You see it? Okay. I'm going to make the light go up a little bit so that you guys can... Let's see if I can make it shine. Oh, there you go. Can you see that a lot better? Oh, yeah. I like that. That's so much prettier, right? There. Clear. So, let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles. Now I got it. Oh, 9, 8. 7. Are you ready? Are you ready for your tarot reading from Jane in the 90s? Whoa, frustration. There we go. Let's see. You need to cope with frustration. If hard work has not paid off as you plan, remember that expectations are almost always unreasonable. There are no guarantees. Be grateful, focus on the present, and do what you can with what you have. Oh my God, it's kind of telling you, right? It's telling you, do what you can with what you have. What's surrounding you is the Hierophant. So let's go see what the Hierophant has to say. Number 5, number 5. What surrounds you? The energies around you are supportive. But to make the best of them, you must show the value of established procedures, rules, and traditions, and try to work within the system. Oh my God. This is, yeah, we're not going to be using that. What I'm going to say instead, and this was the message, by the way, because the card of acceptance came in. It's like you can't change what is, but what you can do. It says you cannot change the cards we are dealt, but how we play the hand. So this is the end of a season and heralds the beginning of another. You know, this is you trying to find a way out of that. This is you trying to find, look at how beautiful these cards are though. This is you trying to find a way out of something that makes you feel stuck. Example, we live in a world dominated by money, right? You have to make money to survive or else you're like out on the street. That's a terrible thing. We shouldn't have to be doing that as human beings. We should just be able to live, eat, and work at the things we love, okay? It's always like things needed to get done, and we understand that, and we could still possibly do that. But instead of embracing that in a way that was healthy, we turned it into something that was unhealthy and slavery. Yeah, there's no better way of saying it, actually. There is none. Okay? Because when you have to make money to survive and you feel like you have no choice, you become a slave. That's just the way it is. That is exactly the way it is. The system, we have allowed it to become a tool to make us slaves. And it always, you know, I always think about when that term gets thrown around. Let's be real. We're all really part of that system. We have no choice, right? We do, though. We do. We have choices. They may be limited, but right now I feel that that's what you're doing with choices. It may not even be with the money system. It may be with the relationship system. It could be with any kind of system that you're looking at. But right now, you're looking at finding ways of breaking out of this kind of thing, right? I'm sick of this. I want to define love differently. I want to define life differently. I want to define how I live in this world differently. And this is the thing. You can't always accept the cards has been dealt. We can't always change the system because it's so ingrained structurally and societally that it's hard for us to move out of this. But you can bend it. You can kind of shift it, okay? You want to live on less, live with more people. You want to live on less, pay off everything. If you want to live on less, live with less. That's just kind of the thing that comes in with it, okay? So, we're going to look at the block now. What's blocking you? Nine of Swords. Well, you know, that's a card that should go there. It's very pretty. Look at it. Oh, woe is me. Woe. Woe is me. Let's see. Nine of Swords. This is going to be so much fun. I actually did this the other night. What blocks you? A nightmarish situation blocks progress. Fears, if not confronted and understood, can lead to obsession, compulsion, paranoia, and physical illness. Protect yourself from negative forces. Avoid being a martyr. Get enough sleep. Get enough sleep. Alright, so this is so much fun. What blocks you is anxiety. Of course it is. You're thinking to yourself, how do I get out of this? How do I change this? How do I change a system that's can't be changed? Well, first of all, be in the present moment, okay? Acknowledge that it is what it is. And if you need to feel what you need to feel about that, that's also okay, okay? I can tell you, I look at things around me and I think, this freaking sucks, okay? It really does. It does suck, okay? We can't be free in our own lives. We can't just, you know, be who we are. You know, when, yeah. No. When they said at one point we should have like a universal stipend or something sent to us, I thought, that's good. It's not great, but it's a way to kind of shift out of the system that we're in, right? Because it's so ingrained that we need money to live that we have to go buy groceries and stuff. So that's one way. When people can live within the means of what's being offered, then we can start like you know, shifting those things. It's not a perfect thing, but it's a better thing. So, yeah. Let's see what's at the ground here. Maybe we should all fight for that, you know? So that by them sending money, they make money not matter. It becomes something that gets devalued, which it should. Because honestly, it's... yeah. No. It's had its day. We're done. Four of Wands. Okay. So in position 4 is the Four of Wands. And I do believe that it's, yeah, foundation. Let's see. That's the hearts. This Pentacles. The Wands must be first. There we go. All right. Four of Wands. Completion. Your foundation. Another beautiful card. Very colorful. And the key word is completion. Crucial to the situation is your commitment to bring things to completion. Be supportive and nurture harmonious relationships. Be optimistic and grateful. Make a strong foundation. Stay with proven partners. So there you go. I'm okay with that. I think it's good. It's like, keep what works, get rid of the rest. I mean, and be grateful for what works. Not only be with what works, be grateful for what works. You know, revere it. Make it special. Make it meaningful. Right. All right. So, position 5 will be, I forget what they call it in the book, but it's, you know, what was in the past. Two of Hearts. I think I know what this one is, though. Yeah, I think I know what this one is. Okay. Two of Hearts is romance in here. And what's behind you. In the past, you knew the clear, nurturing, supportive, and heartfelt emotional exchange that marks a good romantic, familial, or business relationship. That experience has prepared you well for future relationships. I think that in the past, you knew what was what, right? And I'm going to say this in the nicest way, but in the past, you drank the Kool-Aid. We all did. Right? We begin thinking, oh, the world's great. You know, you work hard, you get ahead, good things happen, and then you actually go live in the world and you realize, whoa, this is a dog-eat-dog rat race of crap. And you realize that it's a little more nuanced than just that idealistic thing, right? So I think that's like you had a romance or something. But as they said in the book, this will serve you well. Because there's certain things probably from that you like. Okay, the idea of finding happiness and fulfillment is a very good thing to hold on to. You can still strive for those things. Those are going to be the key things that bring you into the future. The things you're going to want to keep. When you dismantle a tower, there are certain things of that tower. So I really like that room. I'm going to hate tearing down the building. Well, you can rebuild that room elsewhere. So that's the good part about that. All right, so let's go to position the crowning. What crowns you? What's the crown? We're going around. We're going around. We're going around. Okay. So what crowns you is the Hermit. The Hermit. Let's see. That's number 9, number 9, number 9. What crowns you? Number 6, in the book, reading. It would be good to withdraw your energies for a while to devote yourself to finding peace inside of yourself and not in the outer world. Visualize yourself in a protective hermit's cave. Feel your introspection. Produce self-mastery. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Go within, okay? Go inside of yourself. And find out. Don't get it from the outside world. Get it from the inside. Like, what is going to make me happy? From the past of what I like, the ideals that I thought I wanted that maybe didn't come in, but I'd still want to create. And now go inside and say, what do I really want? Okay? For me, I'm going to say, even for the world of, world of money and doggy-dog, well, it was lowering my debt completely to nothing. Not having a house payment. Not having a car payment. So deciding not to buy new things. Okay? Seeing that it's just a thrill of a moment and payments for a lifetime. Okay? buying a house where I didn't pay too much for it, although this is very hard at this point. I bought mine quite a few years back, so, and it was a fixer-upper. It didn't have to be perfect, okay? There's that, and then there's other things that come into play, okay? What is your favorite thing to do? We like to eat out, so we save on other things. We eat out instead, right? But if we needed to curtail our spending, we have put into position kind of a system that helps us not have to become or feel beholden to that kind of slavery system now, okay? So go inside yourself and ask yourself, what do I really need, right? Do I need all this new stuff? Do I need all of, 20,000 channels? Or can I find happiness with certain things? I always tell people, look at the places you live, the rooms you are in, the things that you use. You're probably using 20% of what you have around you. Stop buying the other 80%. Okay? It's just ideas here. Just ideas, just throwing out ideas to help you out. Okay, so, and then that starts helping you curb or bend the reality that you're stuck. Okay? So what's coming in the future? Let's see. But you got to go within. Oh, and by the way, look at this card. How beautiful it is. Look how beautiful. Yeah, I know some of you are going to go, this is a beautiful deck. Yeah, that's why I bought it the first time. Okay. Well, that's okay. Because this is the Five of Swords, but it came in reverse. Another blue card. Look how beautiful it is. I'll show it to you upright. Look at the 5. No, please don't. Please don't. Okay. I'm done. 5 of Swords. In the what's coming forward. So I don't think they have reverses here, but I'm going to read. Okay. So I'm going to do it in a reverse way, because as what is before you, it says you may encounter defeat, so you're not going to, either in your situation or another. I don't think so. Or you may get what you want, but find that it does not satisfy. You are going to get what you want, and it will satisfy, okay? This time of defeat is the best time to sow the seeds of future successes. Avoid blame and revenge. So if we turn it around, it's like you're going to take this divisiveness, this stuff that's not working out, and you're going to make it work out. But it will have come from that divisiveness, from that feeling defeated, from that tower moment, from having to crumble it down and go, this doesn't work for me. Okay? You're going to make it work for you. You're going to learn from this 5. That's how it's going to work for you. You're going to learn from this 5. I need a drink. I'm getting dry. Yeah, you heard that. That's pop. That's not good for me, but I don't care. That's my decision, right? All right, so we're going down to the last 4 cards. And what is it? Let's take a look again. Let's take a look at the... I love this book so much. How to present yourself and then how others see you. How to present yourself and how others see you. How to present yourself, how others see you. All right. We're going to do it the way the book does. How to present yourself. Woo! You present yourself as Temperance. Okay, let's grab how others see you. Oh, okay. Ooh, the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. All right. We'll do that one too. Okay. Temperance. It's in the Major Arcana. There it is. Okay. Present yourself as moderate in all things, patient, punctual, and able to act with precise timing. Show you can successfully blend seemingly opposing factors to work for you. Display your skill at mixing, blending, and stirring. And make yourself a martini. kidding. Oh, God, did I ever read this way? I think I probably read what I wanted and left the rest. And by the way, I did most of these just for myself, so in case you were wondering. So I like that. The Temperance card is showing you to just kind of, you know, work it together. Like just what is it? How you present yourself. Present yourself as somebody who can temper things. Temperance, I always think of tempering recently with the Temperance card. I think of like tempering steel. You know, when they're bending it and bending it and bending it, they're tempering steel. And this is a good thing, because that's what I feel that you're doing. Okay, for every change that you make, you're changing the way things are. You're tempering things. I'm going to turn it here. I'm going to bend it here. I'm going to shift it here. And it's going to work for me, right? And I think that's what you're going to do. You're going to say, this situation doesn't work for me. So now I'm going to change it. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to make it fit. I'm going to balance it the way that I know how, right? Okay, so next one is how others see you, right? And it's the Ten of Pentacles. Nice. They see you as rich? Is that what this is going to say? I don't even remember what this thing says anymore. So, all right. Ten of Pentacles, protection. All right. Others see you as protective, very successful and respectful in rich traditions. You may remind them of one of their relatives. They think you have been taught by experts, can invest resources wisely and build on what has come before. I think that just shows that, let's say if you were to think outside the box and start doing things your own way and it becomes successful, you're breaking the mold. So people are going to see you as like, this person's an expert. This person's got master energy. This person knows how to make something with nothing. And that's the best thing, okay? So you're going to temper the situation and you're going to make it fit until it brings you what you want. This is amazing. This is where you want to be. This is where your 7 is really working for you. It's making things happen, okay? The 7 of Pentacles. It's really bringing in what you need. So we have hopes and fears in the outcome. So let's pull these and let's see what they have to say. Oh. Okay, King of Wands, hopes and fears, and then the outcome. The outcome is the Princess of Hearts. Okay. I see imagination coming into play here. The Princess of Hearts, it's the Page of Hearts. It's the dreamer, right? So your hopes and fears is the King of Wands. Let's see, we go back. Back. Wands is the first, I think. Okay, yes. Your hopes and fears, King of Wands. You hope to act dynamically and without doubt to identify and exploit the strengths and weaknesses of all concerned. Exploit? Eesh. Okay. But fear, you may fail. You may fear math or science. I don't know where that comes from. You may fear a fear for a dynamic person or for someone who is leading you in some way. I love this book so much. It is so passé, but it's okay. I'm going to interpret for you, and if you feel resonance with this, you go ahead and find it, okay? But your hopes and fears is, I think you're just looking to be very dynamic when it comes to this kind of thing, right? You want to find a very beautiful and new sort of inspiring way to live your life so that it doesn't feel so, restrictive. And look at people who have built tiny houses, find ways to live in communities. They've found ways to break away from the system. And I believe this is this card right here. I'm following in the theme of money and being stuck because that's the one that's really prevalent today, okay? But you can resonate this to anything in your life right now, okay? Love and whatever, right? We also have definitions of what love feels like, and we can only love certain people. We can't love other people. We have definitions of what people look like, right? Or what sentience is, okay? And who's real and who's not, and everything. This room is real, but the room in my visualization is not, you know. And if you're a kind of person who breaks those kind of boundaries, which I am totally, this is the thing that you start doing. You start seeing things in different, multi-layered ways. And this is how you even break the rules, right? Because you can't be held down. You start looking at things, and when people say no, you dig a trench that way to see where it's going to say yes. Even if it's nothing you want, you still know where it is. And I think that's the most important part. So the outcome is the Princess of Hearts. Let's see. The cœur, as they say in French. Le cœur. Le cœur. Queen, nope. Prince, nope. Okay, we have, and it's tenderness. Aww. The outcome. You will encounter or have to act as someone who is skilled in the communication of love, feelings, dreams, or, here we go, intuitions. You may have to deal with the tenderness of a young person. You may give birth to something. Nice. There you go. In the end, you're going to give birth to a dream of yours. Something that you want. And it's going to come because you've taken this time to look at this. And the card of acceptance here is like, acceptance, I accept that things change. This is what this card means. I accept that things need to change. Not accept that things won't change. That everything changes. I've recently done a live and I talked about the fact that way back when, in the 1950s, they were talking about inventing a phone where you could talk to somebody in a little bitty screen, right? They probably did a lot of work to get that to work, or even to, you know, make it look like it was going to. It was 50s or 60s. And I'm sure people watching it were looking at it with their mouth wide open, a little bit of drool on the side, going, whoa, what's happening here, right? And thinking, I won't see that in my lifetime. Well, they did. Well, maybe not if they were, you know, old back then. But if they were kids back then, that happened. And quite quickly, didn't it? We have phones now. They're portable. They're not even attached to the wall like that thing, that huge thing was, right? We don't have wall-to-wall computers. You know, I went to a bunker where they showed me a wall-to-wall, a huge room, and said they had wall-to-wall computers that wasn't even as strong as my phone. And I thought, whoa, that really put it into perspective. We are only limited by our thoughts and the way our mind works. If you don't like the world you live in, wait a minute, it's about to change. And yeah, the speed of it depends on us. If you want to see a better world, strive for it. Keep working on it. Don't accept the no. Strive for the yes. You know, shovel the path. You know, dig the path to the new way. You can make it happen. It will happen. It's going to. And I would rather we all do our part to try to shift things in a direction of, this doesn't feel comfortable, let's go there instead. That builds a movement, and that lets other people know that they have an option. Maybe they're stuck, they're not thinking of options, but they're going, wait a minute, maybe I do have an option. Maybe I can actually change this. Okay? You're only limited by what you accept. That's the whole reading. You're only limited by what you accept. There you go, my beautiful Pisces. This is your reading for the week. It is so intense. It's intense, but it was great. And yeah, it came through just like that, like it always does. It's so wonderful. Now, on Tuesday, I'm going to be doing an oracle reading. Where is my calendar? Okay. On Tuesday is oracle, and on Thursday is the runes reading. And you guys really like the runes reading. You also like the teacup reading. Yeah, you've really shown a love for the teacup readings. You're like, woo! So, Yeah, so I'm doing those two. Oracle and runes. Make sure to subscribe if you're not. Okay, so that you know, and do that little notification bell so that the notice can be sent to you. If you're a brand new Pisces to my channel or a returning one, go do that. Go do that right now. Right now. Okay, I'm telling you. I do a live the first week of the month usually, and in the middle of the month I do a Zoom meeting for a member. For as low as $3 a month, you can be part of that. I send you a link, and in the middle of the month on a Saturday, I will meet up with you and you can talk face to face or voice to voice, whatever you want. I will be face and voice, but you can be whatever. Or you could just come in and be part of the room and not say a word. Just chat in the little box and go, I'm here, but I want to talk. I just want to creep everybody. That's cool. We're all coming together. It's just that I want a community of togetherness. I gotta go. My husband's calling. You guys have a great week. Other channels here and a playlist right there. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.